Where we lived in Nottingham, it was amazing.
One of the first things you asked on our first date was, would you be willing to move to New Zealand?
The interview question.
We'll see how it goes, I guess, but... This whole pandemic hit around March. And we were just going on a walk on a weekend. And I think you just said it, like, why don't we just go now?
Do that one.
So this aisle, it says washing powder, household toilet rolls.
All the toilet paper had been sold out.
So they couldn't wipe their bums?
Well, people were stockpiling them. We have Maximilian, who is 3 years old, and we have Malachi, who's just about 1 year old.
When I fell pregnant with Malachi, we were going to come out for maternity leave.
Let a photo, Mama.
I'm going to change Malachi's nappy. Do you want to look at the... But yeah, shit hit the fan with the pandemic.
I was a photographer shooting interiors and architecture, mostly for the hospitality industry. I woke up to the news that the airport was going to shut down at midnight that night. If you're in, you're staying in for who knows how long. So I manically started trying to organize my return flights. So I was pretty much shooting up until the moment I got into the car to go to the airport and get out of there. A couple of days later, there was an announcement that the UK was also going to start shutting down borders.
Stefan's work dried up completely. Yeah, it was like, let's get home. To begin with, I didn't have any idea how difficult it was. And so you tried to align all these different moving parts. We're selling our house. Malachi was born during a lockdown. It all kicked off about 9 p.m. Malachi was born within 5 minutes of reaching the birthing unit. So we were back home and in bed by 3 a.m. It was crazy, it was insane.
And when Max woke up the next morning, we were like, hey Max, come and meet your baby brother.
Same like my nose.
We arrived in New Zealand and it just felt like we were being embraced.
Yeah. It's like New Zealand just gave us a big hug and say, it's okay guys, everything's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
So I was born in Brazil to a German dad and Mauritian mum. I guess I'm used to just being far away from family.
Oh, that's the favourite. So my mum lives in Rotorua with her partner.
Wing.
And this is their holiday home. The initial plan had been to kind of see what we could do here because neither of our professions really exist in New Zealand. I've got a PhD in chemistry, specialise in smart textiles.
And we thought it would be nice to try and get a family business going. We could spend more time together and have some quality time with the kids. So now we are starting a artisan micro bakery in Whangamatā. The last few months that we were in the UK, I had the opportunity to get a job at a local artisan bakery.
We've been very lucky that Mum's batch had this space down below.
We're just trying to figure out how to make it a sustainable business that can support us in this place. It's very seasonal.
Yeah, we don't just want to focus on the tourists. We're here for the locals as well.
How have they been selling this week?
Yeah, they're really good. I think at the moment, we're investing a lot.
So we're still putting money into it.
Yes.
The head baker gets paid minimum wage at the moment. In Whangamatā, we met a lot of people who, I suppose, arrived in a similar situation where they had to move from their previous life. We would like a community similar to what we had in Nottingham.
All our neighbours, were friendly and would help each other out. Neither of us have ever experienced living in a community like that. But then we arrived in Whangamatā. It has that sense of community. It's always the people that make a place. And we had... We didn't get to say goodbye to anyone properly because it was such limited situation.
Yeah. Didn't have a going away drinks, or you didn't really get to hug anyone before we left.
Yeah, hugs were off limits.
Yeah.
And so we essentially, we just left.
We've got this wonderful opportunity to do a pop-up on the main street.
So this is the Whangamatā cinema, which I remember going to when I was a teenager. It's now just recently been bought and it will no longer be functioning as a cinema. So here we're in the cinema lobby. The aim is to have maximum effect for minimum work, but let's see how that actually works out. It's a bit of a controversial location as well. It's a very iconic building, so there has been a lot of concern about what will happen to it in the future, and we are going to be, I guess, the first tenants. Well, I remember watching movies here when I was a teenager. It was kind of like a tradition. You would buy snifters and you would roll them down and it'd be like... It's really exciting. Although I guess there still is that sort of like, with us being the first tenants in the space, how are people going to react to us? Okay.
Yes, it's very old.
Looks like we have a bit of work ahead of us again.
Again.
Yeah. For people who hate renovations, we seem to do them on a regular basis now.
So this is our new purchase.
When we were first looking to buy, we were certain that we didn't want a project. But looking at what was available, we realized that we don't really have a choice. So we bought a house that was pretty much left to rot for about 4 years. It was a shock to see exactly how much we'd need to do, and
Oh, so naive.
it's 5 o'clock, I think, now. Been up for about an hour, just getting things going. So I've got my trusty old production sheet here with all the numbers and amounts that I need, because at this time in the morning, brain doesn't really work that well.
Ever since we met, things just happen. We make things happen. People say like, oh, you guys met and then bought a house together, had kids. Like, it's the same happening here in New Zealand.
Oh, we're gonna hit the tree. Oh.
I thought it was very cliche, the soulmate thing. I didn't really believe in it until I met Stefan. Stefan is an incredibly family-focused individual, and to be able to have a working environment in which he's able to spend that quality time with his children, that's what we're attempting to do.
It's good to see people actually queuing outside the door.
Just hand this over and Fern will ring you up. Thank you. We are feeling exhausted, but certainly very proud of what we've achieved.
Yeah, these are all our records, Max. We had so much more space in the UK.
Are you going to come and see me?
Nana!
Oh! Fern coming back to New Zealand is a dream come true, really.
Four.
Oh, you hop off that table.
I actually had a moment the other day sending a message to you, and I became completely overwhelmed.
It's been a big time, hasn't it, for our lives?
So yeah, I've been surviving in about 4 hours of sleep. But yeah, we are having the launch party tonight and it's going to be pretty exciting.
Everything has almost been a blessing in disguise. We've been through extremely difficult times, but that has put us in a position where we've had to make choices, and we've been able to start what hopefully will be a successful family business in a place we love, surrounded by family. I'm so proud.
You should.